live, y'all. We live, y'all. Tap in, tap in. We doing this one. So we doing all the videos tonight, bro. We getting them all day. Yeah. We live, man. We live. We live, we live, we live, we live, we live. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We live, we live, we live, we live. And we gonna get right into the content. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flip Thigh Show. It's your host with the most, King True, Hosenberg, Benny Bo, the one with the word, the one with the flow. And we coming at you live, man, at 8:09. I know I'm about an hour late again. And man, these scheduled streams, bro. Like, I'm used to just coming on at random times. This scheduled stream shit is like it's fucking me up, Jack. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'm gonna get it right though. I'm gonna get it right though. And we gonna go right over the trap, bro, for this one because I think that here it goes right here. So I think this is gonna be part of Adam's stream, and then Trap's just gonna be reacting to it. Big shout outs to Rich the Trapper, bro. Me and Trap got some coming. June, we doing the video for the NJK part 1. Yeah, man, we in here, we live, we tap in. Yeah, man, we in here, we live, everybody tap in, and all that, and all that. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, yeah, my bad. Thanks for everybody liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting that notification bell so I know y'all there so I can throw it to you when it's in the air, man. We'll get right into it. Good news you can use. Technology, you ain't finna get nobody. Technology, big dog. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that subscribe button for everything we got going on here at Team Trappers Network. Good news you can use. Technology, you ain't finna get nobody's Collegito, big dog. Tap in with that tap in. Make sure you are in fact tapped in with that good tap in. You feel me? You feel me? Hit that notification bell. He'll also say tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Make sure you slide over to richtraphouse.com. Get into that. You ain't got into that. Richtraphouse.com. Good merch store. Tap in with that if you ain't tapped in with that. Y'all go tap into the richtraphouse.com. Get you a hoodie or a shirt. On all streaming platforms. Get into that. You ain't got into all of that. Let's get into this Kantiana, man. We got Adam22 going off on Joe Budden. I've actually been waiting to see Adam22's response to Joe Budden, so something good is going to come out of this. Let's get into this Kantiana. Let's get into it. Let's go. If you ain't followed Adam22's personal page, this on the No Jumper? Oh no, this is on the No Jumper page. But I think Adam's doing some stuff from his personal page too. So shout out, follow his personal page as well.
Ever since I saw it drop on YouTube, this is some good shit. Let's get some members. Let's get some donos in the chat. Let's check it out. Fate. So, just off rip, the idea that I have failed, that No Jumper is. He said, "I'm not broke, but No Jumper is in bad financial state." It's not terrible. When I made that video, I identified a few different things that were really fucking up the business. This overpriced building that I'm in right now, which we are in the process of selling, and we will get the money back that we spent on it. Essentially, maybe minus a few $100,000, but he's gonna lose a few $100,000, but he's made that enough in that building, so it pays for itself. No big deal. The Instagram was down. That was a huge source of revenue for us. The Instagram is back, so that That narrative is kind of in the past. And then the lawsuits, which really, you know, pain in the ass. Well, one lawsuit actually.
And the fact that that motherfucker is hotter than big lighters and metal spoons, and that shit is wired up like a motherfucking, excuse me, Google Fiber training class.
Pain in the ass, but it's not the end of the world. You know, every business has to deal with lawsuits at some point. So it's like the idea that things are failing. No, I think I've really more just like realized the size and the scale of the podcasting business, which I didn't in 2022 or when we moved here, 2020. Yeah, I think it was 2022. At that time, it felt like the business was expanding to such an extent that we needed like a big space. And now it's become clear to me that we really don't need a space that big. So that's, you know, that's that.
It's more so about that.
Sure.
Our good brother Adam22
He said, our good brother Adam22. Look at Adam. Yeah, they said my name at 22, sir.
recently put out a
Good brother does not sound that aggressive. I'm going to reveal something to you guys that I haven't said, which is that I actually sent Joe Budden a text message. I'm going to say 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, saying that I was coming to New York soon and that I would like to do a podcast with him. At this time, no response. I don't know if he's going to mention that. I think he's not going to mention that because I probably would have heard about it.
Well, he mentions it already. He mentioned
Instrumental is him giving me more credit than I thought that he might have here, to be totally honest.
quite some time.
That's true.
We
Look at this bitch. She like, huh?
Bro, just call Melissa Ford to be Barnacle.
damn.
I don't know who the fuck take care of this little pump. I said, listen, Tasha down, Juice WRLD. I never heard of him. I listen to fucking Bad Bunny and shit.
we had Adam22
Same difference.
on our show.
Why you calling Melissa Ford like that? He's like, Juice WRLD. Take care, take care. Juice WRLD. Fucking what? What's the little Bad Bunny and shit? What?
Somewhere in what 2021, 2022, somewhere around there. In Park. Oh shit, my bad. At Parks's, we pressed him a little bit, got a lot of backlash from the audience, left it alone. Time will tell. God don't play about me.
That's big. He's admitting that they were publicly perceived as taking an L in that argument, which I think is that's more than I expected Joe to
Respectable. It's respectable.
in this
I don't think Joe Budden wants to tear down Adam22. I think he's just reporting on the current event in our space.
exchange here.
You know what I mean? Hey,
My
there's
bad, y'all.
opinions, there's internet fodder, and then this what happens when God starts just making shit happen.
God doesn't exist, so we're gonna.
Well, Adam, chill out. Don't do too much. God definitely exists.
God definitely exists, Adam. Chill out.
Have to disagree on that one, Joe.
These niggas fall flat on concrete every time. It never fucking fails. And I don't want to even talk about Adam too much. I want to talk about all of the Adam cheerleaders that had their pom-poms out a few years ago telling me about all the money that Adam made.
I don't know who he's talking about, but I do want to acknowledge that it is kind of it's a weird situation for me now because I put out a video saying how No Jumper was going broke, quote. But the reality
He made it clear that he wasn't going broke though.
is that I'm still doing just fine. But now that I came out with the No Jumper going broke narrative, it's like I can't sit here and talk about how I'm doing just fine because it seems like it flies in the face of the fact that I made a video called No Jumper's Going Broke. So I got to just kind of wear this when he's acting like, oh, like No Jumper's not doing well, Adam's a failure, the business is bad, whatever. It's like I got to just kind of sit and take it because it's like, this is what I wanted. This is what I was asking for. I was trying to reset people's expectations of the business because we are quite a ways away from the olden days of saying, oh, we've made $1 million a month, whatever. Who are these Adam cheerleaders? I got to find out. Going around of how much money people were making in podcasting, because I'm thinking of the Complex list, which I've been steadily moving down those rankings every year, despite the fact that the business is doing quite well. Man, really, Complex looks kind of prophetic because they didn't include
Prophetic.
Jeff Hoffa. I was actually kind of surprised.
Why he say it like
Second
that?
one.
Man, that
Not
shit sounded
including,
bad.
Matt
Prosthetic.
also lost the barbershop too. I gotta talk about that.
Sean Cotton is criminal.
All of my black friend content creators was fucking experts on what white porn dick made. All of a sudden, these niggas was
For the record, my porn exploits are separate from No Jumper. That's a separate business. Plug Talk. I'm sure you know this, Joe. I'm sure you've beat your meat to it before. PlugTalk.com. Great place to see me.
Sure, you beat your meat to it before. That is fucking retarded.
selling dick though. I don't know, Joe. He sells his wife. He does the porn show site. He's fucking on camera.
He's doing the same shit as me. I just did that video making fun of Melissa Ford. Now he's doing the video, or he's doing the voice, pretending to be me. I guess I gotta wear that as well.
Shut the fuck up. The fuck were y'all talking to with all of that hootenanny? But anyway,
Hootenanny.
Adam has put out a clip. And this is like friendly smoke. This ain't real smoke. Because I hate to see... Nah, that's a lie. Let me not lie. Let me not lie.
I was gonna say, it feels like you're kind of opening the door right there for us potentially doing content together. If you're gonna say it's friendly smoke, I almost feel like Joe might not have seen the text. Maybe he changed his number. I don't know. I think it still came back blue. But I feel like if Joe, I feel like this would have been the perfect opportunity for Joe to basically kind of clown me and say, hey, Adam recently hit me up saying that he wanted to come on the podcast. And by him not mentioning it,
Oh no, he mentions it, Adam. Just wait a little while.
no, or maybe he was thinking about it, or like it's not even in his mind because it's just such an obvious thing to bring up.
It was trolling. That's not true. Honestly.
Mikey says I should like the video. Do you guys think I should like the video?
Like the video. Don't be a hater. And look, you already subscribed. Just go ahead and like it. Don't be a hater. Look,
Like the video, bro.
We'll set the example. Look, boom. There we go. Like, don't be a hater. Don't be a hater.
No, I thought some April Fool shit.
Well, let me be clear. Adam ain't broke.
Nah.
Oh, well, at least, okay. Thank you, Joe.
Like, I don't want
PlugTalk.com.
niggas to misconstrue what I'm doing and what I'm saying here. I'm just having
Plugtalk.com. It's crazy.
fun with one of the people that I like to have fun with when they hit their head. You know, like when you tell your son, don't touch that, and then they touch it, and you walk in the room, and they got that stupid fucking face on.
Did they touch it?
Yeah.
Touch the shit?
And you sit there like,
I told your ass.
didn't I just tell your fucking dumb ass not to touch that?
Good for you.
This is like what I'm doing with Adam. There's not a real beef. Actually, Adam hit me when he was in New York to say, hey.
Oh, well, that's interesting. He is acknowledging. He's misremembering the text because I didn't hit him up when I was in New York. I haven't been in New York for like a year. I was hitting him up saying I was going to New York, which is currently postponed. We're still trying to figure out the exact dates.
Hey, me and Wack is in town. Maybe we'll come through and fucking chop it up. I dubbed it, but there's no beef about it.
I dubbed it. Okay.
So Adam put out a clip talking about how he's closing No Jumper, which again, I don't think Adam is far from broke.
That is not true. I'm not closing by any means. I'm just sort of downsizing our building. Really, we're creating the same exact amount of content, and my intentions are to create the same exact amount of content, even when we're in a smaller space. When we get a smaller space,
Now, it definitely makes sense for him to downgrade to a smaller space. I've been into the No Jumper building. That shit is big for no reason. Like, it's a lot of just empty space. And I don't mean like empty space because there's nothing there. Like, they have like stuff there to occupy the space, but like there's a big empty space where the pool table is. That doesn't need to be there. It's just occupying space for decor purposes. And it looks cool. It's a good visual, but that does nothing monetarily.
I'm going to still have 2 studios so that we can do the news and I can do interviews side by side. By no means are we shutting it down.
He's just doing some rebranding, finagling, and moving some monies around because his lawsuit's happening.
Yeah.
The feds was just at my door. Like, I got a lot of life shit going on. These content creators never show you that part. I hate them all.
And this is one thing I've heard from quite a few people, including Rory and Mal on their podcast, is that a lot of people have a lot of respect for the fact that I was willing to come out and show my ass and say, hey, I've made some mistakes. There are some things in the business that are not operating the way that they should be. And I think that, you know, a lot of budden claiming that No Jumper is doing real bad in terms of our views and everything. So let's do the science.
Yeah, nigga, that's you calling somebody a perk can mother chucking. Why you acting all surprised?
Shit.
Joe Budden's
wrong
channel.
clip. That's the wrong clip, bro.
Oops. No Jumper's main channel plus our clips channel has done about 26, 27 million views for the past month. I think he just like Googled Adam22 No Jumper and clicked the first clip that he saw and didn't realize that it was an old one.
Hey,
So we are
Yeah, it's old, but
what you have going on. And on top of that, we kill it.
he said calls him a dirt white boy.
3 million. This was
But he
big
calls you
22
Adam.
era. This is way different energy that I've been putting out ever
Hold on
since
real quick. I'm gonna grab this torch real quick, man.
Oh, it's kind of cringe even listening to it. I felt like that's what I had to do at that time, but I'm done. Let me tell you, I'm done hyping myself up. I'm done telling the world how good I'm doing. I'm done buying designer. I'm regular Joeing it for the rest of my life. No matter how much money I'm making, I ain't gonna act like it. No matter how much money I'm seeing, I ain't gonna get a fancy car. I ain't gonna wear I ain't buying another Gucci shirt. People were on my ass about the Prada jacket in the Vlad clip. Man, my girl gave it to me for Valentine's Day. But I'm off the fancy shit. I'm back to being regular old BMX style dude Adam, you know? I feel like that's my safe spot that I need to be in, is like just act regular, wear Vans, wear some black jeans, throw on a hoodie. We're not playing these rich guy games anymore. I'm over that lifestyle. It ain't for me.
Yo, he did all that. Dirty BMX white boy.
Hey, it's so good too because I literally rode my BMX bike to Joe's studio when we did that podcast. So like from his perspective, because I don't think he pays attention to my world like the way I pay attention to his world. So to him, I am like a current day BMX rider because I rode my bike with my security, and I think it was just us. Oh, I guess I had the filmer too. I rode my bike to him to do that episode, and so he forever is just gonna think of me as a BMX guy.
Boy. Let me tell you.
That's a motorcycle.
That's definitely a motorcycle. Those are not two of the same things. That's actually a motorcycle. Don't worry about it. Transportation is hard. That's not the same thing.
BMX bicycle does not have an engine. Queen's flip. Damn. Okay, I get what he's saying. The reality is, though, there's a lot of people. I know a lot of people making a lot of money on Facebook. Am I on Facebook? Absolutely not. Is anybody I know on Facebook? Not really. Like some of the moms and dads that I know are probably on Facebook pretty heavily. Probably some of them are sending me friend requests that I haven't seen. The way he feels talking about that, which by the way, Joe, you are leaving money on the table and you
Facebook do be giving out that check.
Really should not be if you are not on Facebook. You need to have a company who's at least getting your content on there. That being said, this is kind of like the way I feel when Mandy from Horrible Decisions and them and Wheezy, shout out to both of them. I got mad love for them. But when they're like, oh yeah, our YouTube videos might get 2,000 views, but we kill it on the audio platforms. It's like, yeah, no shit. Like I'm sure you do because you guys are early podcast.
I mean, wherever you're making your chili at, it don't matter. Like I think it's dumb when people say, "Oh, well, I'm making money off YouTube," but you're not getting no money off YouTube. I'm getting my money off Instagram. Like, does it matter where you're getting the chili from? It doesn't matter that you got the chili. So when Joe Budden say something to Adam like, "Oh, well, yeah, you're killing it on Facebook," okay, we'll go to Facebook. Well, if he getting the chili, if Facebook monetization pay your bills, do it matter where the money came from? Does it matter if the bills are paid? If you don't do too well on Instagram, but you do well on other apps, does it matter? Or does it matter? I don't know. I think that the chili is what matters. I don't know. If it ain't about the chili, what you come for? That's all I'm gonna say. If it ain't about the chili, what you come for?
Podcasters, you probably have more motion on there than the average podcast. But that being said, it's like, yeah, we make money off the audio thing too. We all have Megaphone or whatever that runs ads on the audio version of this. It's like, you don't like hyping that up and then saying, and then like using that to excuse your YouTube views being low is like, to me, kind of corny. No, I wasn't doing that. Joe's basically taking on the narrative as if I was doing that, but it is what it is. Reap Cash, $5. Well, I'll say I learned this a lot from my trip to No Jumper. Even if you get knocked down, get back up and build again. That's a factoid.
Yeah. His fucking Facebook and Snapchat. Y'all let these niggas get so much. Shut up. Let's keep it going.
It is 100% true that I have made more than $1 million. I will even say multiple millions of dollars from Snapchat, and that I have made multiple millions of dollars from Facebook. So he may be laughing at it. I don't know. Where I'm coming from, if you got a part of your business that has earned you multiple millions of dollars over the course of like 4 or 5 years, I take that serious. If someone came to me tomorrow and said, "Hey, I've got..."
Yeah, like it doesn't matter where the money came from. It matters that you went and got the money. Like where the money came from, how the money comes from. None of that is relevant. All that matters is that you got the chili. The chili is what counts, big dog.
This business opportunity is going to make you a couple $1 million over the course of the next couple of years. We're having that conversation. That's serious money. So Joe may be having a good laugh at it, but if he's not on Snapchat and Facebook, he's a goddamn dumbass.
Yeah, it does kind of sound. Yeah, sorry. Sorry about it. Numbers are hard.
$4 million building based on pandemic numbers. Yeah, that is a little regrettable.
Adam22 is a.
Yo,
we're about to the next one. Right down to the left. You know the rest. If you ain't following Adam's personal page, follow Adam's personal page. Adam22 is. That's the deal, y'all. Rich Trapper tapping in. Friday, April the 25th, 9 o'clock in the morning in Atlanta, 6 o'clock in the morning in LA. And I'm giving y'all some news you can use, some knowledge you can't get nobody's college. And I'm debating if I want to go get me some breakfast this morning. Y'all.
Instagram and we make.
He said Facebook though. That's where it took me.
I don't want to hear shit. You're running a chop shop. You might have the whole hip hop media gassed into thinking that you're really killing it like that, but trust me, when you want to talk about who's really doing business out here, it's not you. There's a big three, and you're not in it. It's me, Vlad, and that fat motherfucker you were serious. You zesty perk head motherfucker. Somebody sent me a clip of Joe Budden claiming that No Jumper is doing real bad in terms of views and everything. So let's do the science. Joe Budden's channel has got 12 million views in the past month. No Jumper's main channel plus our clips channel has done about 26, 27 million views for the past month. So we are 2 times by far what you have going on. And on top of that, we kill it on Facebook. We kill it on Snapchat. We have 3 million followers on Instagram, and we make a huge amount of money on there. Joe Budden, I don't want to hear shit. You're running a chop shop.
A chop shop.
You might have the whole hip hop media gassed.
Oh shit, I gotta put that shit down. Well, nah, shit, you could. Nah, it's good. You hear it from right here like that. Yep.
It's not you. There's a
that shit sounds pretty clear like that too.
Me, Vlad, and that fat motherfucker you were serious.
I mean,
motherfucker. Somebody sent me.
Adam. He
Yo, I've been waiting to watch this ever since I saw it drop on YouTube. This is some good shit. Let's get some members. Let's get some donos in the chat. Let's check it out.
So we have this little tradition here.
Like,
that's when they want to cam down.
Iron designer. Regular Joe in it for the rest.
I got a lot of life shit going on. These content creators never show you that part. I hate them all.
And this is one thing I've heard from quite a few people, including Rory and Maul on their podcast, is that a lot of people have a lot of respect for the fact that I was willing to come out.
do they have respect for the fact, Adam?
I've made some mistakes. There are some things in the business that are not operating the way that they should be. And I think that, you know, a lot of thinking content creators respect the fact that I was open about that.
I hate every last fucking one of them.
We have 3 million.
This was big 22 era. This is way different energy that I've been putting out ever since I dropped the going broke narrative, man. Oh, it's kind of cringe even listening to it. I felt like this is what I had to do at that time, but I'm done. Let me tell you, I'm done hyping myself up. I'm done telling the world how good I'm doing. I'm done buying designer. I'm regular Joeing it for the rest of my life. No matter how much money I'm making, I ain't gonna act like it. No matter how much money I'm seeing, I ain't gonna get a fancy car. I ain't gonna wear I ain't buying another Gucci shirt. People were on my ass about the Prada jacket in the Vlad clip. Man, my girl gave it to me for Valentine's Day. But I'm off the fancy shit. I'm back to being regular old BMX style dude Adam, you know? I feel like that's my safe spot that I need to be in, is like just act regular, wear Vans, wear some black jeans, throw on a hoodie. We're not playing these rich guy games anymore. I'm over that lifestyle. It ain't for me.
Yo,
He did all that.
dirty BMX white boy.
Hey,
There it is.
it's so good too because I literally rode my BMX bike to Joe's studio when we did that podcast. So like from his perspective, because I don't think he pays attention to my world like the way I pay attention to his world. So to him, I am like a current day BMX rider because I rode my bike with my security, and I think it was just us. Oh, I guess I had the filmer too. I rode my bike to him to do that episode, and so he forever is just gonna think of me as a BMX guy.
Boy. Let me tell you.
That's a motorcycle.
That's a motorcycle, sir.
A BMX bicycle does not have an engine. Queen's flip. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. I get what he's saying. The reality is, though, there's a lot of people. I know a lot of people making a lot of money off Facebook. Am I on?
There's a lot of people made a lot of money off
Is
Facebook,
anybody
yeah.
I know on Facebook? Not
But
really.
I
Like some
never,
of the moms and dads
never really
probably
sat there
on
and
Facebook
just.
pretty heavily.
I still know people that
Probably
post
some
their shit
stuff
like
that
they
you see.
post their
The way he feels
links to their
talking
content
about
and
that
share their
lifestyle,
lives and shit on there. I mean, yeah, you can. You go on there on StreamYard and go live on there.
really should not be if you are not on Facebook. You need to
But
have
shit,
some
Facebook,
way at least
I don't know.
in your content
Know
on
about
there.
Facebook like
That
that, bro.
being said, this is kind of like the way I feel when Mandy from Horrible Decisions and them and Wheezy, shout out to both of them. I got mad love for them. But
Like, it's
they're like,
not.
oh yeah,
That's not the
our
place
YouTube
I'm
videos
like,
might get 2,000
gotta
views.
put all
Like,
my
they're
shit on.
releasing
I
videos
just
for
not
fun.
really.
It's like, yeah, no shit. Like,
Rather
I'm
use
sure you
Instagram for
can get
mobility things for
early
shorts,
podcast
clips, and shit like that.
probably, have more motion on there than the average
Twitch,
podcast. So
Instagram,
that
shit
being
like
said,
TikTok. But I don't know about Facebook, y'all.
it's like, yeah, we make money off the audio thing too. We all have Megaphone or whatever that runs ads on the audio versions of this. It's like
It's a dead ass live, man. What's going on, though? Really?
Your YouTube views being low is like, to me,
Ain't nobody up in this motherfucker, man. Come on, bro. I know I'm supposed to go on at 7, but shit, I'm sorry.
Well, I'll say I learned this a lot from my trip to No Jumper.
Supposed to go on at 7, but I'm sorry.
Again, that's a factoid.
Yeah. His fucking Facebook fans.
Come on, let's get the people in here, man. We live, we here, we chilling, we doing our thing, man. We trying to put this content out.
More than $1 million. I will even say multiple millions of dollars from Snapchat, and that I have made multiple millions of dollars from Facebook. So he may be laughing at it.
Both Facebook and Snapchat, he prospered. That's all he's saying. I mean,
if you got a part of your business that has earned you multiple millions of dollars over the course of like 4 or 5 years, I take that serious. If someone came to me tomorrow and said, hey, I've got this business opportunity, it's going to make you a couple $1 million over the course of the next couple of years.
we'll end this one and go to the next one, but the next one is still, I think, Adam22, but we ain't gonna do the whole shit.
He's not on Snapchat and Facebook. He's a guy.
Pinpoint shit they said.
on Instagram. And we
Here
make
be
a
church
money
with a
on
bad
that.
boy
Joe
shit.
Budden, I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah, man.
Running a chop shop.
Oh,
You might have the whole hip hop media gassed into thinking that you're really killing it like that.
I don't
but
actually
trust me,
think this,
when
but
you want to talk about who's really doing business out here, it's not you. There's a big three and you're not in it. It's me, Brad, and that fat motherfucker you were saying.
oh my god! Oh my! I think that this came up because Drake essentially co-signed that Vlad, me, and Ack were the top three, and he wanted to exclude Joe. Or actually, no, I think Drake said that Joe was in it and that Vlad wasn't, which is not something that Vlad ever really mentioned. Which normally, if someone says something bad about someone famous says something bad about Vlad, then Vlad brings it up on every episode. I don't think he really took that route with Illy. $4 million building based on pandemic numbers. Yeah, that is a little regrettable.
And it's over.
A lot of drag, homie.
Oh, what's this? Sharp?
I made 13 hours ago. You know what
We
they
could
said
do
to
this.
me once my name gets brought up? You know, I've been nothing but cool. And like when I kind of heard a little bit about
Actually, no. We could make this a whole new another video.
No more. Now I've been hearing a lot.
Shit. Yeah, we gonna do. Okay, so this is 2 years ago. He's gonna be talking about when he went on the podcast.
Yes, because it comes out because you gonna have to hold me down because we was going in.
Yeah, I'm so lazy, but I hold mother down, huh?
Who called you lazy?
Yeah, I was just joking. Go back.
But I'm just saying.
And
It's
we
gonna
had
be a spicy time to be Adam22. Myself personally, I'm happy with how the conversation went because I stood on all my shit. They asked me why you do this, why you do that. I defended everything. I really feel like at the end of the day, a lot of people who are gonna have
Damn, lost the other viewer.
rooting for me are gonna be like the Cam Capones of the world, the Vlads of the world, like all the modern interviewers, the Say Cheeses of the world, all these people who basically do content that is closer to what I'm doing in terms of talking about the streets, talking about the shit people really want to know about. I didn't realize how adverse, and I don't want to give too much away, but I didn't realize how adverse Joe Budden was to asking people about the specifics of their life. He's like, I'll get somebody in here, they got crazy gang beef. I just ask them about what's it like being in the studio. I'm like, yeah, that sounds super interesting.
One thing that I noticed about like being on this platform, a lot of people they judge clips more than they judge like full episodes and full things. So like a lot of times when you interview people, one thing I can say about you,
You
is
see
like,
T-Rail with
you
his
stand
scarf?
on, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't
Nah,
think
it's
you did
playing.
nothing
Shout out
to
to
like
T-Rail.
Joe Budden and you was like cowering away or anything like that. You stand and a lot of people they don't understand LA politics like
It
that.
just was
And not
it
knowing
caught me
that
off guard or something like that.
this is
Scarf
like
or is it?
damn near people's tagline with a lot of shit is where they from, like at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If they brought the music to it more, then it'd be more about the music. But I like niggas hit me up like, hey bro, I just got into it with what's it called? Hey, can you set me up an interview? Like you getting a gang beef shouldn't be a you know what I'm saying? An invitation for you to get an interview is like, nah, nigga, don't put that negativity out there. How about nigga, you make some dope ass songs, nigga, and then a nigga give you an interview and set you up and doing some shit, not so you could come on here and try to expose another gang member. Like that shit weak as fuck.
But Adam does that. So, and that's probably what they was talking about on Joe Budden show. But yeah, I mean, but
I don't want to give away
anything.
I don't want to give the specific shit we talked about.
But at the same time, though, it's just like the say.
He said, but Adam does that though.
Like Cam Capone's of the world, to you know what I'm saying. In your defense, like I'll hold you to a higher status. Like they're not doing nothing like you. You feel me? Like you have a Monday show, Tuesday, Wednesday, and fucking Thursday.
True.
You do music. You dropping interviews 7 days a week. They're
They
not
employ
doing
street people.
They're not doing anything like you. They should have nothing in common with you as far as taking up for you, as far as you know what I'm saying, with that in that regard. But like you're doing a lot, dog.
And
like
this is the thing, is that this is the one thing I kind of like didn't really say, but like they tried to act like me asking certain street rappers about certain things was like the entirety of the channel. And I'm kind of like, you're like realistically talking about probably like 1 or 2% of the shit that comes out on this channel. Like, I mean, because my pride and joy of me being an interviewer is having the in-depth, intense, personal conversations. Now, the clickbait from a public perspective probably kind of takes away from that, because realistically it's like, what's the clickbait going to be from the game interview? I felt like that game interview was some of my finest work. I felt like we connected. There's a guy who I barely even spoke to before. We got really close. We talked about shit. Like, he even says it partway through the interview. He goes, I don't be laughing and joking with random dudes that I don't know that well. Like, he just basically acknowledged this is out of my character to be just fucking joking around and having this much fun on an interview. That's what I take pride in. Now, in the course of the interview,
The game interview?
Game, I remember you had a diss track about Joe Budden.
Let's see some real quick. Let's see this game.
Budden.
Eh.
What's up with that? That never came out. I am gonna
game interview. Let's see this.
Gossip, but I'm interested.
Yeah,
and then the game.
2 years ago, huh?
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Seismic interview today with one of the.
Oh, let's see what.
The game is in the building.
Yes, sir. It's good with you, man.
Excellent, man. Couldn't be better.
Yeah, you looking good, man. It's good to see like how far you came and shit from the beginning when you was first. You remember we met at Green Street.
Yep.
And not saying you were small fry then, but now it's like
much smaller, but
now you're pissing people off worldwide.
Yeah, now we have that capability.
Yeah.
And I've been fully tuned in to your career since day one, realistically. So, I guess I could say the same thing. It's been unbelievable to see the come up and how long it's lasted and still being relevant at this point after all these fucking years.
Yeah, man. It's it's one thing, like when you it's two ways that you can literally have longevity, right?
Mm-hmm.
One is you can absolutely be the fakest motherfucker you ever thought you could be and just lie your way all the way through. And if long as you believe your lies, which is most of the industry these days, then you can last this long. The other way is to just be real with your friends, your family, and your core fan base.
I'm about to check that one out one time, bro. I just want to check a little bit out.
Podcast because it comes out because
I heard
you go.
Everybody. This nigga from over here that's really in the streets. This nigga's in the hood. This person is over here. Then you even bring people like Flocka in. He's good journalist over here. You got this person over here. You're bringing in people of the culture and you were having them do dope stuff, bro. And I don't see a lot of motherfuckers doing that shit in this space that we in. And I say that shit a lot of times, bro. Niggas can say what they want. You exploiting this, you doing this with the culture, this the culture, nigga. But you're employing the fucking culture. How many of you niggas is employing the culture? How many of you niggas is sitting there picking up niggas off the street and giving them opportunities to sit there and change their family lives and shit like that?
This is my thing too, is that this platform, and thank you, this platform is not about one thing. That's one thing I've realized. When I went to Barstool and like watching interviews with Dave and everything, it just made me realize, like, think about what Barstool was in the early days. It was a fucking newspaper about sports, right? Then the internet starts to blow up more and more. He says, okay, let's add blogs to it. So I'm gonna have a whole team of people that are writing articles about mostly sports, but also, girls and whatever. And then podcasting starts to blow up. Boom, they start a huge podcast network. Now they have 63 podcasts. I think when most people think about Barstool, they think about the podcast more than they think about the website. I'm sure the print version doesn't even exist anymore. But I say all that to just say that, like, if you had told Dave in the early days of Barstool, like, Dave, one day this brand is going to have Gilly and Walla, who are two of the you're going to have one of the number one, I guess they would say the number one hip hop podcast on your platform. Dave would have said, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm running a sports newspaper, But over time, as it grows, think about Call Her Daddy. Hey, you're going to have one of the biggest podcasts of, like, two white girls sitting around talking about their periods. He would have never seen that shit coming. The same way that when I started doing BMX podcasts, I had no idea that I was going to have to start a whole nother brand to start interviewing rappers. And that's the other thing that I kind of wish that I had gotten across is, like, I interview a million motherfucking types of people. I would say, like, gangster rappers and shit constitute maybe like 20% of the interviews that I do. And even when I started thinking about doing the podcast with Danny Mullen, I realized that in my head, I had closed myself off to talking about non-rap stuff. Like part of me was insecure. And
Um, I mean, I thought you were going to talk more about the Joe Budden podcast and shit. I mean, basically, he just defending No Jumpers, saying they're not just a platform that exploits, the gang violence and beef between rappers, just basically culture vulture shit. I'll say this. No Jumper at that time, 2022, was definitely a lot more interesting to watch than it is now. And that's not no smut to Lush, Brick, Almighty, Blocko, Four Extra, Munchie B. I mean, anybody that comes on there, it's just they don't seem like they try like how they used to with the interviews. It's just kind of drag, bro. Like something was different when Sharp was still there. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And I'm not talking about like when he started really like distance himself and everybody. I'm talking about like when he was doing his interviews and it would be when they had all the different shows and shit, the no statements and that show is going up. I'm like, okay, No Jumpers going up. They got like a bunch of different shows. Brick and DW Flame had their own shit. Spider and Munchie had their own shit. Like it was cool. That was cool to watch. But now it's just like the news, Flacco and Remo. Just Flacco and Remo one day. Okay. Now we got Almighty, Flacco, and Lush, or Almighty, Remo, and Lush. Now Ralphie's coming through a lot more. I don't know. I just feel like they're trying to try too hard to become the way they were before. It's like they can't. Because they lost everybody that was really fucking with them at full fledged, bro. And I feel like that's what we're seeing now. Like Brick might have said, "Oh yeah, he cool with Adam still," and shout out to the platform and blah blah blah. But how much longer is he gonna just sit there and get exploited just for his name and shit? And okay, if he threw him a couple bands or threw his BM a couple bands, that's what's up. But it's just I don't know. I think he'll get tired of it after a while too, like everybody else did. T-Rail, AD, Sharp, uh, Do Knows, Dejan, like the list goes on, bro. The people that did dip out after being there for a long period of time. So yeah, man. We'll finish the rest of this and then we're gonna go to the next video.
thought like, oh, I'm kind of an expert on hip hop, so I should just talk about that. And doing
Ah,
Shinsu and doing Andrew Schultz and all that kind of like made me realize like we can do a lot more types of content on here. I don't need to pigeonhole myself, and please, people at home, please do not take that as like, oh, Adam's not going to do rap content anymore because I obviously even this we've like barely talked about rappers on this episode of the podcast, but I still think it comes off pretty obvious. This is a fucking hip hop podcast, right? I mean, 2/3 of us have sunglasses on. You guys got cool fancy hats, whatever. I don't really see them doing that on like most other podcasts, but even just doing a podcast with a white guy as a co-host. I mean, I had completely like cut off that as like a possibility in my head because I had just thought like, oh, this is a hip hop platform. I can only do that. But reality is like even going back and getting more back into the BMX shit and hiring people to do BMX content and stuff. It's like I really feel like this brand and me and you guys, if you want to, are like bigger than just hip hop. We can do whatever the fuck we want to do on here. We can talk, and we do it all the time. We talk to porn stars. We talk to like. There's no reason that you shouldn't be able to do interviews with YouTubers who you think are tight or fucking, random. Like even Flacco, I love that he's bringing in a Tariq Nasheed or he's bringing in different people who are doing the political stuff. And even that's inspired me to start like watching a lot more of these debate streamers and Twitch streamers and actually be hitting them up and like working with them and doing content. Like I just want to grow. And as soon as I start to feel like I'm in a box and I'm just kind of doing the same content and over, I mean, that's why I stopped fucking riding BMX every day was because I just got sick of the feeling of like, oh, I'm just going to the same skate park every day and making.
But
a
it
little
seemed
video.
like that's to make you happy.
Bike
and you
riding?
getting back to the essence of it. Nigga, I was watching all the shit you did this week. I said, this is what made Adam happy.
Talk to Trevor about it.
I already know.
He got to see a very different version of me. Like we rode from Williamsburg to Astoria. We got on the highway. We rode where the cars are supposed to be. We completely shut down the fucking highway. The cops were like following us because they basically just had no choice but to try to like watch over it and like make sure that nothing crazy happened. But man, I love being in that environment. Like, but that's the thing is too, is I just love riding my bike around, being in the city, being around the people. Like honestly, doing podcasts and doing that, like I feel like I need both of those in my life to be happy.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.
Is that Flacco? Hold the fuck. Wait, what the fucking? Hold on,
Wait
bro.
till this Joe Budden podcast, because they basically just had. Honestly, doing podcasts and doing that, like I feel like I need both of those in my life to be happy.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button.
That's Flacco. Flacco, what are you doing, bro? This is 2 years ago.
Tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Yeah, we out of here, man. We out of here. Move on. We out of here, man.